because his car broke down and he had to walk home. Then he had to cross a bridge, and the water picked him up and washed him away, and he drowned.
The end.
Not exactly a storybook ending, but a true one. Always a good place to begin repairs on a broken heart. Listen to his older brother and younger sister.
I drew a clown on the front because I was like happy and like funny when my dad was here. He spent a lot of time with me. And when he died, I drew inside me crying because he died and I was really sad. And
when you made this, you were obviously really thinking very hard about your dad, weren't you? And I guess these are
tears.
Tears,
yeah.
She told us to find things that led to his death.
That's had to be a pretty hard project. Was it painful to do the project?
Yeah, as I doing it, it really hurt. But afterwards, it kind of like cleans you out, like those feelings that you didn't even know were being kept inside of you were let out.
Which made room, happily, for brighter memories and a better future.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Jacqueline? Do you have any plans?
First, I want to be an ice cream lady that goes around, like, with the music.
I definitely see a big improvement in all three of my children. They're a little bit more confident, where before their whole world was upside down.
And then I cut out a heart. And
Of course, glue and tape, crayons and paint won't mend their world. But art therapy is not about fixing what's broken. It's about showing the children, even those of September 11th, that grief and hope can share a room in the same heart.
I guess you don't really heal completely, do you? These losses will trail with these children the rest of their lives, won't they?
They will, but healing is not putting something back the way it was before. You can't. But you can help a person to find a way to use their new perception of life and of themselves.
Word of mouth about the classes has spread among the 9/11 families. Children from 28 families now participate, and just this week, 2 more mothers contacted her. And you'll find more at abcnews.com.
Next, Rosie stands up for kids, for parents, and speaks for herself.
It stunned me as an adoptive parent.
When Primetime returns.
Next on Eyewitness News, we'll show you how Charles Schwarz is spending his first night of freedom. Plus, new pictures from Afghanistan show the fierce fighting in the war on terror and the highways to avoid this weekend. Next.
I believe when you got a problem, you just gotta roll with it. So I took control with Depend Refastenable Underwear. It's new. It's like regular underwear. No more big, bulky things. Happy day. Plus, it's refastenable, so it's easy to change. Now all I worry about is keeping up with the styles. Take control with Depend. Gorgeous.
I love to keep a clean club, but the boys get so rambunctious sometimes. Nice catch! Hence, my new Bissell Pro Heat Protect Beauty. It's the only one that thoroughly cleans and provides scratch guard protection all in one beautiful machine. Smoothies! Scratch guard protection. It's cool.
Now clean and protect with Bissell.
It'll put any neatnik in hog heaven.
Bissell, we mean clean.
And now we want to tell you about next week. We are going to bring you an extraordinary, provocative 2-hour edition of Primetime. Rosie O'Donnell standing up for kids and gay parents who take in the children lost in the American foster care system. Here's a preview.
When I found out about the state of foster care in the country, I was stunned into action. There are over 350,000 children with nowhere to go. It stunned me as an adoptive parent.
They are faces lit by need and hope. Children in foster care, group homes, many sick, many scarred by abuse. So many unwanted, ready to be adopted, but with few families willing to take them in. Rosie O'Donnell says she wants to fight for these kids and for what she says are their basic human rights.
I can tell you the names, and I can see the faces in my head of children who have died from abuse by their parents. Children who are in peril, that is what song lights up my heart. That is what tune that I march to. That is my truth.
She has adopted 3 children herself and been a foster parent to an abused child. But now she's taken a stand at the center of a battle down in Florida. A battle over who is fit to be a parent.
You have to really want to save a child who others have deemed unsavable. And for the state of Florida to tell anyone who's willing, capable, and able to do that, that they're unworthy, is wrong.
But that's just what the state is saying to Roger Croteau and Steve Lofton, both trained as pediatric nurses. They have taken in so many children, all born with AIDS, none certain to live. Even the hospital didn't want this little boy, Bert. After 9 years, it's the only family Bert has known. And now the state says it can take Bert away, that Stephen and Roger can't adopt him because they're gay.
Legally in the state of Florida, you can take the sickest, most unwanted children they've got and take care of them for their entire life, but you can't adopt them.
If you're gay.
If you're gay.
Homosexual couples do not provide the kind of stable, wholesome environment that would justify the state having a law that allows them to adopt children.
You will hear from the opponents of gay adoption and foster kids themselves.
Have you ever said, I wish I lived with a mom and a dad?
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
Never. Never.
Never? And what's the first thing you would say about your family?
I loved them.
We'll tell you the latest studies about gay parenting and the sexuality of the children they raise. And Rosie O'Donnell says she is now ready to tell you something else, something about her family and her life.
I wanted there to be a reason. And the Lofton case, this young boy, Bert, 10 years old, being threatened to take away from the only family he's known, that's a good reason for me. That's a really good reason.
Again, 2 hours next week, and we think you won't want to miss it. And that's it for us tonight. We wish you a good evening. I'm Diane Sawyer. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning for Good Morning America.
And I'm Charles Gibson. For all of us at Primetime Thursday, have a good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
Live and Let Die, hosted by Roger Moore, Saturday at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Feels great to be out.